Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie, and this is the first week of Eurovisionathon vlog. So unfortunately, the original introduction that I did, in which I was super excited and was like, felt very high energy and everything, got corrupted. So I'm actually filming this in week 2 because I didn't realize that until I went to edit it, and then I didn't have time to film. So I'm here just letting you know that, so that I didn't really say anything in that clip. I did mention that I had started The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova, and then the second clip that I filmed that day, I went in and talked a little bit more about my books back here, and the only other thing that was important was the fact that Fletcher, my cat, joined us. But he's also in the next clip anyway, so you get to see him multiple times. But that is all. This is a super, well, it's not a super long vlog, but it's long enough, so I'm just going to go straight into that clip, and I will see you all next week. So as you might be able to see, we're still doing snuggles. It's probably been about half an hour now, but I've put my stack up there, and I think I'm gonna take a closer look at it once I am permitted to move again, and just kind of work out which ones I might want to read first, and we'll go from there. I do have Fountains of Silence up the top there, which I am going to be buddy reading with Mel, and I think we're starting that today. I can't remember what we agreed on in terms of pages, but yeah, gonna do that. Gonna finish my tea, and yeah, I guess I'm stuck here for a while. Hey, very smuggly boy today. But I will catch you all probably Monday. Since it's Easter Monday, I won't have to go into work, and hopefully I will have read things and I can tell you about them. So I'll see you all soon. And now I'm going to show you Fletchy looking adorable. You're welcome. Hello everyone, so it's now Tuesday morning, and I'm here to tell you about what I have read over the weekend. Let me just grab the things I need to talk about. Okay, so first up, I have finished my first book. So I read The Beautiful Summer by Cesar Pavese, which is my book for Italy. So I started this one last night, and I'll talk about why I decided to do that in a second. I mean, it's a short one, so I thought that it would be a good one to just knock off so that I have one finished. And also, I feel like there's a possibility that Italy will make it into the final. I don't know, I haven't really looked at odds or anything, but I was like, hey, I'm not really doing it for the points, but there's one that I think will probably make it, and awesome. Also, I've just been really like in a Italian mood lately, because one of my uni classes is the Renaissance, so we've been looking a lot at Italy, and I'm just feeling those vibes. So in terms of this book, this is part of the Penguin European Writers editions, which I think they started publishing last year, but I'm not positive on that one. Okay, maybe it was 2018. Okay, anyway, so yes, this is translated from Italian. This was okay. I gave it 3.5 stars. 3.5. What did I just say? And look, it's the story of a young girl kind of falling in love for the first time in like 1930s Italy, and it's, yeah, I don't really know how I feel about it, because like I feel like it's one of those books that never really says outright what's happening. You just kind of have to like read between the lines. So there's a lot of like, they made love, but it's like they're in this like cafe and you're like, oh, okay. Are they like, or is it, yeah. And yeah, I don't know. The translation is, there was some that was just a bit like, oh, that seems very English. At one point, she, like, one of the characters is referred to as like a poor blighter. And I was like, that sounds like something that, yeah, like my grandpa, who was born in like the 1920s in Birmingham, would have said. Like, yeah, I don't know. But it's done. I have finished it. Very exciting. Let me tell you about the other things that I have been reading. I think I mentioned in my last clip that I was starting Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys, which I'm buddy reading with Mel. Mel didn't get to pick her copy, I can't speak today, her copy up from the library before Easter. So I read the first 47 pages, and I haven't read any more yet because she hasn't. I think she's picking it up like today or tomorrow sort of thing. So I didn't want to get too far ahead so that, yeah, she didn't have to like rush to catch up. But I think that today I'm going to try and get up to the sort of next. There's a couple like sections. They're not really like parts, but there's like some like photos, like excerpts from like primary source sort of things. So like this is from President Truman and things like that. So I think it's about 60 pages or so. So that is a goal for today. Hello, Fletchy. You want to come up? I'm going to have a quick tea break. Do you like Eurovisionathon? Are you a big supporter? There we go. See, he loves Helen, clearly. Hey, are you here to support Helen in her readathon? Okay, had a phone call come through, so Fletcher's left, but he does love Eurovisionathon. He told me so. So, yes. So those are the two physical things I've been working on. I will probably start another physical book. I don't know which one yet, but I'm going to consider starting another one, and we'll see how we go. But I did also read some things on my Kindle, so let me just boot it up so I can tell you about those things. So, the other night, Perce was having a bit of a moment, so while I was kind of waiting for him to calm down, I started reading The Casket of Time by someone Magnuson. I can't read the name. So I read 6% of that, and I believe this is for Iceland. It was very strange, and my Kindle just like uploaded, and now I have lost my books. Where have they gone? Okay. Bear with for a second. Yeah, anyway, it was weird, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it, but I'm gonna keep going with it because yeah, I've only read 6%. So yes, that is I'm gonna give it a bit longer to see how I feel about it. And then I also managed to find another book for Israel. I had one in mind, but I wasn't sure whether it was actually set there or it was non-fiction, so it kind of covered a couple of different places, but I wasn't really sure if it would actually cover Israel. It just sort of, yeah. Anyway, I found a different book, which is called Where the Desert Meets the Sea by Werner Son, which is a historical novel which is set there. And I don't really know anything about it. I just saw it was on Kindle free as part of this promotion, and I was like, perfect, let's do it. And then the vast majority of my time has been going towards The Historian, which I started, I think I already started it when I talked about it in my last clip, but I'm now 24% of the way through. It was a really awful day yesterday, and it's pretty miserable today too. So it's been a good time to kind of read, and this is a very atmospheric and creepy. And I was trying to explain it to my boyfriend yesterday, and I just don't know what to say about it. It's historical, but it's maybe 70s, but it's 3 layers of story, or it was 3 layers of story, and one of those stories has finished, but then there's another story that's happening in the past that's being told to the character in the present, but there isn't really a lot going on in the present, and it's very confusing, but I'm enjoying it. I think it's also kind of about Dracula or Vlad the Impaler. I'm not really sure which one, because I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna try and read some more of this today, and to maybe get up to about 40% or so, and yeah, just gonna enjoy that. And I have some other stuff. I kind of have a busy week this week. It's my uni break, but I have an essay that I need to finish. I only have 200 words left of it to do, because I managed to do a lot last night. I just kind of sat down, and I was I'm just gonna write 200 words so that tomorrow I don't have so much to do. And then I wrote 700, and I'm almost finished. I need to do that today. I need to do the references for that. That's due on Thursday, but I would like to be able to put it in sooner, rather than on Thursday. So I have that. I have rent inspection on Thursday morning, so I need to be just doing some tidying and organizing today and tomorrow, and just making sure that everything is looking a-okay and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I just have a whole list of things that I need to do today, film and all sorts of things. So it's a bit of a busy week, but yeah, I'm hoping I can still get some reading in there, and maybe some reading of non-Eurovisionathon things as well. But anyway, we will cross that bridge when we come to it. But for now, I'm gonna say goodbye, and I will probably see you Wednesday. afternoon, maybe. I'm gonna see, no wait, it's Tuesday today. What am I talking about? I feel like it's Monday. Maybe Thursday, Friday then, and we'll see, depending on what I've read. But I will catch you all soon. Ow. Okay, hello. It is now Friday. I'm gonna end the vlog here. But first I'm gonna tell you about what I've read and I guess kind of my plans over the weekend. If you watch my vlogs regularly, you probably have noticed that I don't really film on the weekends. Weekends are like personal time, so I like to not film or think about work or uni too much. I like to just relax and let the stress melt away. So yes, let's get into the reading. Okay, so I finished one book since I talked to you last, which was The Willoughbys by Lois Lowry. This was my book for Switzerland. This somewhat takes place in Switzerland. I'd say like maybe a third of the story or so, but I'm gonna count it. And yes, I did not like this at all. I gave this one 2 stars. This feels very much like it's obviously influenced by like 19th century children's literature, like The Secret Garden. It makes several mentions to it, and you know, that sort of thing. And that and like a mix of like Lemony Snicket. But I thought it was kind of boring, to be honest, and I didn't like any of the characters, and I suppose in a way like that's not really necessary, but they weren't even like interesting. Like you don't have to like characters in a book, but I feel like they at least have to be interesting, and I hated this. This is the second book I've read of Lois Lowry's as well, and I don't think she's a good writer. I don't understand why she's so popular. I think that I just do not like the way she writes. I don't like the way that she crafts stories or characters. I think it's boring, and there we go. That was my little rant. I'm never gonna read anything by her ever again, and I literally can't wait to get this out of my house. So, that being said, I did start a whole bunch of other things. Okay, so I read a little bit more of Fountains of Silence. Last time I spoke to you, I think I mentioned I was going to try to read to page 109. I did that, and then I'm now on page 135. I'm sorry if you can hear Percy digging around in my bag in the background. Yes, so I will read a little bit more of this over the weekend. I feel like my camera is way too high. Yeah, I'll read a little bit more of this over the weekend and we'll continue. I'm like more than a quarter of the way in, and I really don't know what is happening, to be honest with you. But that is honestly the theme for Eurovisionathon for me this year, because I also started The Hotel Tito or Tito, not really sure which one, by Ivanja Bodorozic. This is my book for Croatia, and I read the first 39 pages of it the other day. Genuinely don't understand really what is happening at all. I get the basic premise of it, which is that this takes place in 1991, yes, and there's this young girl who has been sort of like moved towards the like coast while the Croatian War of Independence is going on. So she lives in the city, and she and some of her family have moved to this other town to get away from the fighting. And it's to a hotel. So I understand that. But I don't really understand everything else that's happening. And I also feel like there isn't a point to anything that's happened yet. And like, I am only 38 pages in, but it's also like only like 150 pages. So it's like, you know, that's still a decent chunk, and I feel like nothing has really happened. And yeah, so I'm gonna give this one to page 50 or 60, but I feel like I might end up just getting rid of it, to be honest, because I'm not having a good time at the moment. And then some more Kindle things. So I have still been reading The Historian. I'm on 41%. I am still very confused. I still have absolutely no idea what's happening. See what I mean with it being the theme of this year's reading? But I am still enjoying it. Like, I find the story very engaging and atmospheric, and I'm liking it. But I also feel like I can't read a lot of it at, like, in one go. I feel like I read about somewhere between like 5 and 10% at a time, and I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm actually haven't read this for a few days now. I think maybe 2, and I think that I may kind of give myself a break over the weekend, but we're going to talk about that in a second. And then the other one I started was Shadows on the Tundra by Dahlia. It's like Grinkstowicz or something. I can't see it on here actually. If I turn off my screen, it should give me the bigger cover, right? Yeah. Dahlia Grinkstowicz, perhaps. So this is my book for Lithuania. She was a Lithuanian author, and this is also, I guess it's not set in Lithuania, but this is her experience being deported from Lithuania during World War II, and they lived, so she and her mum and her brother, along with lots of other Lithuanians and Finns, were like deported to like Siberia, and they're sort of like work camps, kind of. Yes, so I am 79% of the way through this one, and I'm hoping that I will finish this one maybe later this afternoon. It's only like, I don't know, like 11 in the morning at the moment. So yes, this is, I don't know that I'd recommend it. It's horrific. It is, it's a lot of her talking about the different people that she's with, and they're going through, obviously it's Siberia, they're in like a work camp, they're prisoners basically, and so they're getting things like scurvy and frostbite. People are losing their toes and their fingers, and all this horrific like medical related stuff is happening to them because of being like severely malnutritioned. And like I said, they're in Siberia, so it's literally like, it's so cold that it's just reading it is making me feel cold. Like, I feel like it's so, there's not a break, right? There are no chapters in this. It's like a 150 page book. There are no chapters. Occasionally the only like breaks that there is a few images, like a few photographs of her and her family and other things, and that's it. That's the only like break you get. There's no break in the story in terms of like, there's no dates or anything like that. It's all just the one sort of thing. So it's very intense, and I don't want to say I'm enjoying it because, like, you know, but it is an interesting read. And I have read about this topic before. I'm going to put down my Kindle. But one of Ruta Sepetys, her first book, Between Shades of Grey, is a fictional account of this. And I believe it was inspired by Shadows on the Tundra. I think that's how I found this one last year. So I read that one. Obviously, though, that is fictional. So it is a little bit removed from it. And while Ruta Sepetys is the daughter of Lithuanian refugees, she did not personally live through the experience. So there is that kind of distance from the story, that while that one is extremely emotional and very hard-hitting, and it's one of my favorite books of all time, I'm finding that this one is much harder to get through because there's nowhere for you to go. There's no respite from this at all. So yes, that's my thought. And I think for the next few days, like over this weekend, I might actually give myself a break from reading Eurovisionathon things. Why can't I talk today? Eurovisionathon things. Okay. Yeah, I just having like two reads in a row, and then this one that I'm not sure about, and like I am really enjoying this one and the two on the Kindle, but like I think I just need a little bit of a break to read some other things. Quite a few of these are quite depressing and dark, so I feel like I just need like something light over the weekend to just kind of chill with. So this weekend is Anzac Day here in Australia, which is basically, it's almost like a Memorial Day sort of thing, in which we remember the Anzac troops who died in Gallipoli during World War I, which means that we get a public holiday on Monday, so I won't be at work, and I also won't have uni, so there's another possible day of doing some more reading that I probably wouldn't have been able to do had I been at work and doing uni. Yes, so going into next week, my plan is to finish the Fountains of Silence and The Historian, keeping in mind that I'm hopefully going to finish Shadows on the Tundra tonight, this afternoon, and then yeah, give The Hotel Taito a little bit more of a chance. Read other things over the weekend, relax, have fun, maybe watch a movie or two, and then come Monday I will look at my little stack, which I honestly can't believe how small it looks, because so many of them are ebooks. But yes, I'm kind of tempted to read my book for France, which is The Mad Woman's Ball, and then maybe The Good Hawk, which is my pick for Norway, and is a reread for me, and that's a middle grade, so it's a little bit lighter. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. But this was the first week of Eurovisionathon, and it's the end of this vlog. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next week.